Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Painkiller, Battle Out of Hell. And we are about to do level 10 Shadowland, where we have to kill King Alistair in no more than 4 minutes. And that's easy peasy. So we are going to switch out our tarot cards for the first time in about 14 years. We're going to get rid of the scepter because it's no longer useful because it's a boss we're fighting. It would be kind of fun if you could just kill Alistair in one hit, but unfortunately that's not the case. We're gonna deal more damage. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff. Let's just get triple ace because we like overkill, and let's do dexterity because we like overkill. And that's probably what. You know what? Let's go super overkill. We don't need soul catcher. Let's do 666 ammo because we like. I don't even know if this works. We'll see, I suppose. Okay, yeah, it does indeed work. Usually, you're supposed to jump all over this place, and it's totally epic. And you pick up all these weapons and ammo for every single gun, and it's totally rad bananas. And it's the coolest thing you've ever seen. Probably actually a better tarot card would be like the 150 health one, but oh well. Now we get to pick up absolutely nothing because we have 666 ammo for every single gun. Like, look at this. We're gonna be not out of ammo for a while. It's gonna be pretty great. But we are going to have this weapon equipped. We're going to pick up everything. And we are going to jump in this battle arena over here where King Alistair sort of spawns out of nowhere. We can shoot him. Doesn't do a whole lot though. But there's a whole bunch of circles in this place. And in these circles, you're going to want to take damage. And we are going to do that with this particular gun over here, which fortunately shoots fire, which hurts us as well. And when we take damage in that, it spawns a golem somewhere, and that golem is our friend, and we kind of need to make sure it doesn't get hurt too much by Alistair here. And if the golem hits him, we can take... Well, that's Alistair, he's dead now. The thing is, like, usually he'll at least destroy 1 or 2 of the golems. But that time he didn't. And yeah, we killed him under 4 minutes. It's really just a really stupid boss battle. And even without tarot cards, the main difference is that you have to summon 2 golems usually because he'll be like halfway dead and then he'll basically start moving around again and you'll just have to find another circle. But that's really it. And by killing him, you get this. 2.5% of the damage to the enemy goes to the player's health. And that doesn't sound superb, I guess, in a way. But the thing is, this will pretty much keep your health at 250 for every single level in the entire game, even on trauma difficulty. Which, hopefully I'll finally stop calling Abyss, because apparently it's very much called trauma. But this card is hilariously overpowered. It is the strongest card in the game by far, in my opinion. And it just overrules everything else, because you will just not die with this card. And if you do, if you somehow take so much damage that you will die, the stake gun is actually really good. Because you'll gain back like 10 health per shot or something with that thing. It is such a silly card. And I just rushed through trauma difficulty with this because it was hilariously easy. But without further ado, ending.
Burn in hell.
Hello, Daniel.
Huh? Eve, how'd you get here?
I've been following you from the beginning, Daniel. I must admit, I've been here for what seems like all of eternity. And I've never seen anyone as tenacious as you.
Let's just say I was motivated.
Yes, Daniel. You are a man of conviction, driven by your conscience and emotions. But your emotions for others, not yourself. You have literally been through hell and back. You turned away from your rightful place at your wife's side in heaven to save me. A soul whose fate was decided when the earth was still young and new.
No sin is too great to be forgiven.
Of course, that's not for you to decide. Now is it? And where will you go now? What will you do now that you've finished Samael's work?
I've done what I was asked. My destiny is to be at Catherine's side. That's where I belong. As soon as we get out of here.
Yes, Daniel. It's time for you to go. But not me. You have your destiny. And I have mine.
Eve! No! Eve.
Daniel, I have known him as long as any mortal soul. Now that you have humbled yourself before him, he will allow you to choose your fate. That is one thing he has given us all. The freedom to choose. You can choose to return to Catherine, but I know you have feelings for me too. What I'm saying, Daniel, is that you have alternatives.
Times have changed since you walked in the garden, sweetheart. You've got nothing I want.
So, you've made your choice then. I suppose there's nothing left to say except... thank you.
Wrong again, Eve. I think we have plenty to talk about.
So, normally after seeing that cutscene, you'd end up in the credits, but the credits are basically the same as the ones in just the ordinary Painkiller game. I don't even know if they added anything or removed anything, to be perfectly honest. But, if you beat the game on Trauma, you end up in this place over here. There's a whole bunch of people here. You can kill them if you want. I'm just going to leave them alive because it doesn't really do a whole lot. There's 2 holy items here, which of course we're going to have to collect because we tried to collect as many as possible during this playthrough. And, yeah, you can just sort of, like, enjoy the sights in this particular area. But the main thing about this level, you have to collect all of the red souls. And they are also in front of people's faces. Like this guy, Bart Sakura. He seems like a cool guy. And, yeah, we're just gonna basically jump around through this level. I honestly haven't prepared this one very much at all. I played through it like once. So it might take a while for me to collect all the souls, but we're just gonna happily jump around here for a while. That's the jump pad, by the way. But, yeah, in, like, essentially, that was Painkiller Battle Out of Hell. And, this is what you get for beating Trauma. And, honestly, it's kind of neat. Like, it's probably a better reward than the one you got for beating Painkiller normally. So, you know, there's that. And once we start trying to do that jump and actually just grab the ladder like that, we'll just happily go through this place. I personally, I don't know how I feel about this Battle Out of Hell, because I definitely enjoyed the main game more than the expansion. I think there were a couple levels in the expansion which just sort of felt like throwaway levels, and like the final level was just stupid. To be perfectly honest, I think it's a terrible boss battle, and it's just really easy to do once you figure out what you have to do. And both boss battles, they were just sort of gimmicky, I guess. Like with the first boss battle, you attack it for a while and then it gets electrified, and then you have to like stop the electricity, and you do that by like shooting it with a cannon and stuff. Apparently there's a soul here as well, with this dude who sort of looks like the Undertaker, with a name that I will never be able to pronounce. So there you go. But yeah, both boss battles are pretty gimmicky, and honestly every Painkiller boss battle kind of is, I suppose, but this one in particular just felt a little bit eh. And then yeah, again the last one was just a bit silly, and there's a lot of like, after the last 2 levels before this one were not great in my opinion. Like, I like the aesthetics of the Colosseum a lot, but the level is just so incredibly easy that it's just like, well, I'll just sort of blast through this, and it's just not super exciting, which was, I guess, kind of my problem with it. But I don't know what I would have wanted, to be perfectly honest. At least it's more, which, you know, if you enjoy Painkiller, you will probably enjoy this, even if it can be a bit overwhelming. It's definitely, I would say, quite a bit harder than the main game in some levels, and then just a lot easier in others. Like, the difficulty curve is just sort of all over the place, which I think is a little bit odd, but what are you gonna do? Not much you can do about that. I probably should have picked this up in a different order. Like, I probably should have planned this, but at the same time, I'm just sort of spreading my thoughts out to the world with the magic of jumping through this level for a while. While looking at paintings of people who presumably worked on the game. And in the end, we'll most likely get through this level anyway. This is more of a blind playthrough now. Now there's a bit of blindness in this particular happenstance. And yeah. But overall, like, most comments I got about Battle Out of Hell as well was that they were happy that I was making a video series because no one could be bothered to actually finish it. And it's not horribly surprising, to be honest. It sort of starts off with the first level, which adds that enemy where you have to kill all the other enemies. And that would be kind of neat if the door was just open immediately, or you're not just wasting your ammo on the dude for a long period of time to, I guess, figure out that you indeed cannot kill him, and that there's the indication that you can actually damage him. I guess they could have done that a little bit clearer as well. Like, they could have maybe made him glow or something, I don't know. Like, some indication that indeed you killed enough enemies and now you can attack him again. But none of that's there. It just it doesn't feel very polished in some areas. And like, the first boss battle is just one room, which like, I definitely think the second boss battle of this expansion definitely is better than the first one, just because it just has a more interesting looking area. It looks kind of like hell again, which I think they were sort of going for, because you are sort of trying to get back into hell again to fight Alastor. So there is that. But yeah, in the end, my opinion is somewhat meh, is my final comment about that one, I suppose. And now I need to remember how to actually get on top of those places. It's not hard. I remember this being pretty doable, but again, it has actually been like a couple days since I actually played this level at all. I think this should be, like, I think you can just climb this ladder pretty easily. There we go. We're getting to the places where we need to be. Here's some dude looking a bit like, I guess I'll take a picture. But that's up to him to do, I suppose. It's also sad that there's no music here. Maybe I'll edit in some music. Like, maybe this comment about there being no music, maybe that's a lie, because you guys will be hearing music, so what am I talking about, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. No one knows. So there's that one, left that one. There's one up there, I'm pretty sure. And that one. I think there's actually just a ladder that you can take up to that one. Also, our health is currently at like 666 or something like that, like when we started the level. But I'm pretty sure that's a lie, because when you take falling damage, it lowers quite a bit. And like, unusually large amount of health seem to get lost when you do fall down. And I've taken like 400 falling damage at one point while I was in this level. So maybe trauma is just ruthless. It's possible. I mean, I did play through it with a card that basically made me invulnerable, so I'm not 100% sure how much damage you actually take in this difficulty. But yeah, maybe the damage is all a lie. Maybe it's all one big conspiracy. It's possible. How do I get up there again? I'm pretty sure there's like a ladder or something up here somewhere that I can take. Or a thing, or what's it? I think there was like an easy way to get on top of that tower, and then I could just jump from that tower to the other ones, though. So, we're just gonna figure it out. We're just gonna happily jump around till we find it, and, you know, enjoy ourselves. Also, this jump pad's kind of annoying, because once you accidentally stop yourself above it, you can't really change your direction anymore until you very slowly get off the jump pad. It can be somewhat irritating, but it fortunately didn't bother us too much this time around. Maybe I want to jump on like the one all the way there, like this platform over here. Maybe there's something I can do over here. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm just just jumping around aimlessly. Who knows at this point anymore? Well, you guys probably do, because let's be honest. It is kind of what I've been doing for most of this playthrough. And that's just how it goes every now and then, you know? Every now and then you need to explore the level a bit, and then you figure it out. And eventually, slowly but surely, you'll find the right path to where you need to be. And eventually you'll climb that tower, find this scary looking dude who's looking pretty jolly. Adrian. Looks like a pretty happy guy. And yeah. From Adrian, we can jump down onto the rooftop to the remaining people. Slavek Platypus, who looks like an angel from Oregon. And of course his good friend, Disco. Yeah. And I think there was still one down there, wasn't there? Yeah, we can probably make this jump. Easy peasy. Took some damage, and we hear the ram of an exit opening. Thanks to Robert Wilski. Let's kill that guy. I don't like that guy. And with that, concludes the Painkiller playthrough. We beat the main game. We beat Battle Out of Hell. And I am not sure if I'll ever bother with the other expansions. I might, but they're definitely not high on any sort of priority list because they're not great. But like, all of them aren't really that good. So it's like, maybe, but I'll maybe do it in the future, but most likely it's going to take a while because I'm kind of done with Painkiller for now, and I'm pretty happy to have concluded this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and next time we'll be playing something else. Let's unequip all our tarot cards. Look at that. Look at that collection right there. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that just the most complete thing you've ever seen? I wonder if it still works. Oh, that doesn't actually work with... you cannot actually get infinite money when you're in Battle Out of Hell. That's kind of unfortunate. That's weird though. Because if you're not in Battle Out of Hell, which uses the same like executable and stuff, it does work. So that's very odd. But let's not question it. We got everything, and I'm pretty okay with that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time, we'll be playing something else. Bye-bye.